Hi everyone, and welcome to day 2 of our Messenger Marketing webinar, where we're going to take a look at how to create your very own bot. Woo! So let's dive in. So what we did yesterday was we took a look at 2 workflows, and one of them was how to turn hot traffic into leads. And what we're going to do today is we're actually going to make a real live bot using an example and the What's Help platform to show you just the inner cogs and the inner workings of how to actually bring these bots to life. So hopefully you wrote out your own workflow that relates to your own business and uses your own content, and you can actually follow along and build your own bot together with me. So just as a quick overview, I'm just going to give you a schematic look at what's going to take place today. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to create our very own Facebook ad, and that's going to be for our unicorn riding Facebook page, which is fictional, or is it? We'll never know. And we're going to connect that Facebook ad to an offer on our What's Help Messenger platform, and then take a look at how we can get people to submit their contact information or their phone number via the bot. So, are you ready? Let's get started. So step 1 in this journey is, of course, signing up for the What's Help platform. So there's a 14-day free trial, and I'm just going to go ahead and sign up here for my unicorn riding business. Chosen a password, and we are ready to go. So I'm going to connect my Facebook page, Unicorn Riding, and make sure to connect the correct Facebook page if you have a few, and confirm that. And now I have a new account at unicornridingcamp.whatshelp.io. Exciting! So I have no connected channels. I'm going to go ahead and connect my Unicorn Riding Facebook Messenger challenge here. And success. The new Messenger account has been successfully connected. Exciting. So next what we're going to do is we're going to jump right in and create your first very simple 3-step bot. And we're going to go over these conversations and auto reply in a bit of a later webinar because it's a bit advanced. And what we're going to do is actually just click over here in the left sidebar onto bots. And we're going to click create a bot. So first things first, let's give our bot a title. And the workflow that I set up today revolved around a special free 3-day offer for unicorn back riding training. So I'm going to go ahead, and because this bot is going to be attached to a Facebook ad specifically designed around that offer, I'm just going to call it Unicorn Riding 3-day offer. And I'm going to connect my Facebook page. As you could see before, we could connect several different channels. So what you really want to make sure and confirm here for yourself if you have connected a few different Facebook pages is that you're connecting the right one. And we have 3 options here. You can start a conversation with an agent, which we'll discuss in a later webinar, but which will actually open a conversation via the bot between a live agent and your customer. We can add a tag, which I'm going to do here, and I'm going to call this, I'm going to tag each incoming lead or contact information that we get here in our analytics with our 3-day offer tag so that I can track where they are coming from. And then I'm going to choose a bot type. So we have a standard bot, and this is a bot that's actually triggered by another bot. So this becomes relevant when you are thinking about making trees and triggering one bot with another one. So that's not really the case right now. What we're actually going to do is create a Facebook ads bot. And this third option, as a little teaser to keep you coming back, this comment to messenger bot is actually one that we're going to explore tomorrow. And it's kind of in the name, but obviously when somebody comments on a post, then they'll trigger this messenger bot. And that's what we're going to be, among other things, doing tomorrow. Cool. So Facebook ads bot. This has opened up a new menu for us. So what we want to do here is we want to add in a message text. And this message text is the first thing that your leads are going to see when they click on the call to action button that you have on your ad. So I'm going to add my own call to action button here, unicorn riding, unicorn back riding, or free. Who could say no to that, honestly? Call to action text, learn more, and then we'll add a beautiful image, not of Johnny Depp, but maybe something, let's see, so many images. So maybe this nice image. And that was the complete setup. So if you have reached this point, congratulations, step one is over, easy peasy. And we're gonna go ahead and now compose our bot message flow. So as you can see, the setup here is made up using different cards, and you've got your different format cards here. You can make a text card, picture, you can attach a file if you have a downloadable PDF or image or something like, or brochure that you would like to share with your users. You have a user input card, which we're going to add here. So that becomes relevant if you would like any sort of email, telephone, or other contact information or general information from your clients. For example, if you want to know whether most of your clients are left-handed or right-handed, then you can make a user input form with that question, and then you will be able to sort of gather that information for whatever reason you might need to know that. And then, of course, you can add a video. So what we're going to do first is add a text message, which will be a greeting for leads that have clicked on the Facebook ad. And we'll just let them know that we've got an exciting special offer for you at our Bloomington Unicorn Ranch. Woo! Because in case you didn't know this is the only unicorn ranch in Bloomington, Indiana. So we can use different emojis here to, after our greeting, to highlight just a couple value addeds or USPs that we have for our business. So we have all the basic emojis here. We actually don't have a unicorn in this one because that's a bit of a newer emoji, and I would be remiss not to use the unicorn emoji here. So I'm going to start a new line, Shift Enter, add my little unicorn emoji, and let everybody know that this is Indiana's one and only unicorn ranch. Shift Enter. We have 50 unicorns, open 7 days a week, and welcome unicorn riders of all ages. And here you can add all sorts of information, your address, if that's relevant, if, for example, you're a fitness center or a brick and mortar store, or something like that. Any very specific parameters that you may have, 24/7 customer service, or free shipping, or whatever, depending on what your business is, what you would really like to highlight here quickly. So one more here, offer group training, adventure rides, and special events like birthdays. And I think that's good for our first card. Then I am going to use this user input form to gather emails. So get your free 3-day magical unicorn starter pack. Input your email below. Oh, actually, and here we can use the classic downward pointing finger emoji just to keep things exciting and colorful, which I love. And we'll have the email field, which of course is formatted so that somebody will have to put it in their email, an @ symbol, and have the right format. Otherwise, the bot will be triggered to request a correct email format from your lead. So we've got the email. We can add other things. As I said, we have phone number, name, and then an open field for, I don't know, favorite color, handedness, favorite animal, all of those kinds of questions that you may find relevant to your business. So that's really it here. As I said, we're just going to start with a really simple bot, and we've got 3 message cards here. And we're not going to create a follow-up message here because dun, 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 that's something else that we're going to take a look at tomorrow. And now we're going to go ahead and click next. And that's going to take us to the Set Live bot. So now that we've created our bot, what we have to do is create the actual Facebook message that this is going to be connected to, and then we'll see how to connect the two from between the WhatsApp platform to the Facebook Ads Manager. So follow me on over to said Facebook Ads Manager, where we are going to create a ad campaign for unicorn riding. So let's see. Big old head in the way here. Create ad. Here we go. And we're off to the unicorn races. I'm actually going to start over. And what we're going to do is we're going to focus on the traffic generation ad today. Keeping it simple. Horseback riding 3-day offer. And we'll move on from there. So you've clicked traffic, and the first thing you're going to do is you're going to want to drive your traffic to Messenger. So make sure to click that option, because later on that's going to be important for how you activate your created bot here in the Facebook Ads platform. And I'm not going to do too much with the audience here. We actually encourage you to, so I'm actually going through and creating a very simple ad here, but we really encourage you here to use a tried and tested ad that has really converted for you before, that people have engaged with, and use a saved audience that is really relevant to your own target audience. And try to eliminate the variables here, especially while you're experimenting. So go ahead and use any ad that's really working for you. I'm going to just quickly go through this with you and not dwell on audience optimization. And here, as we see the placements, what we recommend first is to just try out these ads in your Facebook news feeds. So later on, you can experiment with Instagram feeds, and we'll talk about that as well. But for now, we're just going to stick with Facebook feeds. We've got a daily budget. We've got a start date and end date somewhere far into the future. And then your ad delivery will be optimized according to whatever your preferences are. And go ahead and make sure again that we are connected to the correct Facebook page. We have a single image ad. And actually here, it makes sense to keep with the same creative that you have, that you started with throughout. So this will just ensure that your ad is uniform, it's nice across the board. So headline. Our headline is going to be Get Start Unicorn Riding for free. We'll have a little text to, and actually I'm going to switch up these two texts because I think it's going to look nicer. And here we're actually going to turn the Facebook pixel off. That's not necessary here. And we're done. There's our creative. Looks awesome. So we've got step one, create your bot, sign up, create your bot, create your workflow that you've written down. We've got step two, we've created our Facebook ad. And step three, now we're going to marry the two adorably. And we're going to learn how to connect your Messenger bot that you've just created with your Facebook ad. So if you go to the Set Live page of your What's Help bot builder, then you'll actually see a very handy dandy JSON code given to you here that you can simply copy and paste right into your ads manager. So I've just copied it. I'm going to go ahead and press Command A here, delete what was there, and paste in my very own Messenger bot. And we can go ahead and I'll be real. I've actually already validated this one. So what you would do here is that you would change this to a Messenger inbox or Messenger conversation, or click actually here on to view in Messenger, preview in Messenger. The first time you do that, the success message will show up. And then the second time we do it, we can actually preview this ad here in Messenger. And that is going to look like this. So we have, hello, we have our ad creative. Here we go. I'm going to click learn more. The bot is typing, and we see our very awesome message that we've come up with all of our unicorns. I'll click learn more. Maybe I can variegate that button a little bit more. The bot is once again typing. And we're invited to enter our email addresses. So what happens if I type in the wrong email address? Let's look at the reaction that we get to ASD here. And actually nothing happens. So what's up with that? I thought that we were talking about how this is going to respond to us and tell us that this is not a valid email address. And what we didn't do when we set up our user input card here is we did not set a validation. So here I'm going to set a email validation, and we've got an automatic response here. Hey, Reka, in this case, what you've entered does not look like an email. And we can repeat the question. Actually, I'm not going to repeat it in this case, but I'm going to go ahead and save it here. So, unicorn back writing for free, learn more. Okay, exciting value added. And finally, our call to action, enter our email address. So once again, ASD. Rough night last night, apparently can't remember my email address. Hey, Reka, what you've entered does not look like an email. No, sir, it does not. So let's put in a real looking email address. And thanks. There we go. That was our email flow. Sorry, our Messenger flow, because we are totally out of the inbox and into the Messenger platform. If we take nothing else home from this webinar, let that definitely be it. Yeah, I'm just kidding with you guys. Anyway, so we've got this cool, super authentic email that we've collected in our Messenger. And the next question is, where does that show up and where have we collected that? So we're going to head back over to our WhatsApp account. We'll save and close out our little bot. And as you can see, that's going to take us to a set of tabs where we can click on leads. So you'll see your leads here. You're also going to get a Facebook notification about it. And what's also really cool is you'll be able to see the entire Facebook conversation here in your What's Help account platform. So that's that here. If we click on bots, you'll also see your conversion rate here and how many leads you've gotten from the bot itself and how many chats you have going on. So these are just some helpful, useful analytics. And of course, this is the interface from which you can edit your bot. So that was the quick and dirty way to sort of integrate, not sort of, but actually integrate your Messenger bot into your Facebook ad. And what I want to do now is show you a slightly more manual way. So I'm going to head back into the bot editor and go to our set live page. And then I'm also going to head back to our Facebook ad and just get rid of this JSON file and click on the standard option here in your message setup. So here we have our welcome message. Do you want to start unicorn back riding for free? Honestly, who could say no to that? I'm going to select an image that is a bit more optimized and Facebook ad friendly. Download our free 3-day magic starter pack. And right now we don't have what don't we have? We don't have a message subtitle. So let's see. We have the option to add a button or add a quick reply. We're going to add a button to this one. Let's go. Will be our label. And we're going to send a post back here. And now we're going to add this bot payload button here. And that's going to take us back to, as I said, the set live page here on your What's Help account platform. And if you scroll down, you're going to see that within the same JSON file, we'll see a payload, and below that we'll see it again, and it will be followed by your What's Help bot payload ID, for lack of a better term for it. It's actually your bot referral. You can see it right here, and sooner rather than later, you'll actually just be able to copy and paste it from another bullet point here. But for now, we'll just suggest that you search a little bit in the JSON code for this little ID, copy and paste it, and should be all set there. So I'm confirming, and we can actually test this ad in your newsfeed as well now that we've set it all up. So continue. It's been confirmed. I'm going back to my ads manager. Check out my ads. And we've got a preview button right here, handy dandy, just for us. And I want to check this ad out in my desktop newsfeed. Welcome to my desktop newsfeed. Here, my messenger is actually already up, and you can just check out how your beautiful new ad looks like in the newsfeed. What happens when I click learn more? I really want to start unicorn back riding for free. So if you remember correctly, this is actually the ad creative that we set up in the standard procedure. I'll click let's go. We're thinking, and we have our awesome bot triggered. And then it's business as usual. So round out the process here. Thanks. No, thank you. And believe it or not, folks, we are done. So thank you so much. I just want to give you a few tips and tricks and sort of annotations at the end of our webinar today. Actually, through our workflow, I added a thank you text card at the end so that once we've got the email validation, the validated email confirmed and sent to us, we'll have just a really nice little thank you message that we send to our leads, our new hot leads. And finally, what I would like to say is that as you are trying out your first bots and building your first ones, we really recommend that you try and keep it simple, keep the workflow simple, stick with 1 to 3 steps, don't add menus, stay on one screen, and of course, use the optimized ads that you already have in your campaigns to really be able to experiment with the actual functionality of the bot and eliminate any extra variables that you have when you're experimenting with new ad formats, et cetera, et cetera. Make sure you optimize your bots also with your analytics that you have and your conversion rates, and try to do some testing between different bots. And just have fun with it, you know, really, the sky is the limit. You can create as many of these as you want, especially during the free trial. It's really awesome to just try it out and see how many you can make and see what people engage with, what sort of value that people react to, and all of that fun stuff that I'm sure I don't have to tell you marketing whizzes too much about. So with that being said, without further ado, I'm going to say my goodbyes for today and leave you a little bit of homework for our next vid. So go ahead and create a couple of bots, play around with the platform, run your first Facebook ad campaign and see what kind of results you get. And as I sort of like teased a little bit before, tomorrow we're going to explore the comment to messenger bots and take a look at how you can create some automated follow-ups. So see you soon. Thanks so much for being here with us today. And we'd really love to hear back from you about what kind of successes and what kind of results you've seen from your bots. So definitely don't be shy.